Nightmare is exactly what you feel because you refuse to finally lock in once and for all. But here's the thing. Everyone always tells you to lock in, but nobody tells you how to lock in. So that's exactly what I want to talk to you on this video. Because I can give you all the motivation to lock in, but if you don't know how to lock in, and you don't know why do you need to lock in, then you're never going to lock in. So let's get to that. So, first off, if you want to actually lock in once and for all, you need to ask yourself, why are you locking in? And I think we already answered that question in the beginning, is because your life is a living nightmare right now. You're not happy with yourself when you wake up in the morning. You're not happy with yourself when you go to bed at night. Okay, and even if you're not extremely upset with yourself, you're probably just not living the life that you really want to live. So in order to live that life that you really want to live, you are going to have to go through some pain, and you're going to have to do things that you really don't want to do. But that's the truth of how this world works. You have to do things that aren't fun in order to be able to do the things that are fun. Because if you're constantly spending every single second trying to have fun with what you have, you're never going to be able to get the things with substance in life. You're never going to be able to amount to anything ever. And then that just leads to a boring life. So if you lock in, it's going to allow you to spend some time to really build something so that you can move forward and become the person that can. Because the life you want to live does not come from the things that you're doing right now. Because if it did, you would already have those things. Simple. So in order to get the things that you want, you got to figure out the person that has the things that I want, what do they do? Well, I can tell you one thing. They don't wake up in the morning, grab their phone, and go straight to scrolling. Because what does that do? That instantly starts giving you dopamine. It instantly gives you satisfaction for not even doing anything. That absolutely crashes your day. So don't do that. Wake up in the morning, make your bed, take a shower, have some breakfast, do your journaling, and then go on your phone. Give it a little bit of time. Do something with substance that's going to propel your day forward. That's going to set your day up so that in the next minute, the next hour, whatever, you're actually going to get rewarded for doing something good because you already have. You've already tricked your mind into getting rewarded by going on your phone after you did your morning routine. So start off with a simple morning routine. It doesn't have to be anything crazy. And now the life you want to live, the person that lives that life, does not eat the way that you're eating right now. And that does not mean that they have to cut out all the foods that they enjoy. But their main diet does not consist of god-awful foods. So you need to cut out the soy protein. You need to cut out the McDonald's. You got to cut out the Burger King. You got to cut out the Taco Bell. You don't need to be eating it. Because not only do you not need to be eating it, but it is expensive. It adds up because then you buy snacks from the gas station, and the next thing you know, you're out of money. You spent it all on a bunch of food that you really didn't enjoy that much. You tell yourself you do, but you really don't. Instead, go to the grocery store, buy some beef, buy some chicken, salmon, turkey, whatever, tuna, buy some rice or a simple carb, and just make a meal. Make something that you're actually going to enjoy, that's actually going to give you energy after, and you're going to feel good after. That's not going to drag you down. Because in order to live the life that you want to live, you need to have the most energy possible. And to have the most energy possible, you have to eat right. That does not mean you are forever banned from eating fast food. You can still occasionally go and get a McDonald's burger if you want. It can't be every day, and it shouldn't even be multiple times a week. Okay, if it's once a week, once every 2 weeks, not that big of a deal. But there's so many things that you can substitute that you will enjoy just as much, and some things even more, than the cheap food. And then you're going to go back to the cheap food, and you're not even going to like it anymore after you've changed. But the person that has a life that you want does not eat how you eat right now. Next up, you need to be sleeping, man. You have got to be sleeping at night. If you are tired all the time, one of the biggest reasons is because you're probably not sleeping. And the reason you're not sleeping is not because you have insomnia, because most of insomnia isn't real. It's because you're scrolling all night on your phone or you're stuck thinking about something. And the only reason your mind is ever racing before you go to bed is because you have so many things that you haven't done yet that you know you need to do that it keeps you awake at night. If you actually accomplish something during the day, you eat right, you do your morning routine, you go to the gym, you get your exercise in, you're going to feel accomplished. You're going to feel like you move forward because you did. And then you're going to be able to actually go to bed at night and not have all these racing thoughts about all the stuff you're stressed about. So start accomplishing things in your day and start sleeping. Extremely important. It's really simple. The key to happiness is really just living as many days in a row that are your ideal days. So if your ideal day looks like mine of waking up, doing my morning routine, going to the gym, working on something I enjoy, driving my car, and posting a video, that's my key to happiness. Find yours. It's probably something very similar. And it's not even that difficult. But the second you start hyper-focusing on your situation and how bad it is, maybe it really is bad. But the second you start hyper-focusing on it, it makes it so much worse. You can still be thankful for the things that you do have right now and still strive to be the best version of yourself. And if that's something that you're struggling with doing, you can go ahead to the description or the comments below, click on my Instagram, and we can talk about it and get you through that. But you don't need to be constantly living in this panicked state where you feel like the whole world is collapsing on you. Every day's a nightmare. Every day sucks. It's all woe is me. That's not getting you anywhere, man. It's good to give yourself this quote unquote false sense of stress and this manufactured sense of urgency because that allows you to move forward. But you don't need to be overloading yourself with constantly beating yourself up every single day, because over time that's just going to drag you down and then you're not going to feel worthy. And the only reason you're not going to feel worthy is because you're going to stop doing the things that you need to do and you're never going to get that goal. And if you don't feel worthy enough to be able to do the things that you need to do to get that goal, you're just being selfish. That's all that is. And if that's you, you just need to learn to put the selfishness down. Because not only is that selfish to you, but that's selfish to others. Because by you getting through it, you getting through whatever it is you're going through that you are struggling with, that stands a testament for all the other people that are in a similar situation that are having a hard time. If I'm able to still work 62 hours a week, still get up at 11 p.m. at night, still get into work early, still go to bed at 3:30 p.m., guess what? That's difficult. While simultaneously, I have nerve damage in both my hands and my elbows and my legs. They're constantly shaking. I've broken my spine 4 times, and I've got either a popped disc or a herniated disc or cauda equina syndrome in my lumbar spine. It's painful. It sucks. Guess what? God gave me another day. I'm alive. I could be dead, but I'm not. So I'm going to move forward, and I'm going to do what I can in order to move forward, okay? And if there's things that I can't do, I'm not going to beat myself up for not doing them. But at the same time, I'm not going to lie to myself and say, I can't do this, I can't do that, just because I didn't feel like it. Because as soon as you start lying to yourself and saying, oh, I can't go to the gym because I'm a little sore or something like that, but you know you really could have, you're going to slowly stop trusting yourself, and then it's going to get a whole lot harder to actually convince yourself that you're worthy of doing something, or to convince yourself that you're going to do something that you know you're going to do, because you've lied to yourself so many times and not done it when you said you would do it. So you need to start doing the things that you say that you're going to do. That is extremely important to actually finding happiness. And it's like, you don't need to be happy all the time. Happiness it's this emotion that's put at the top of the pyramid so much. And it's like, sometimes you just don't want to be happy. Sometimes you just want to feel proud of yourself and you just want to chill. And it's like, you're not, ecstatic or anything, and you're not mild, you're not crazily depressed, but it's nice to just not have to worry about emotions and to just feel proud of yourself for what you've done in the day and just be tired at the end of the day. Because if you're constantly perfectly happy 24/7, then that gets kind of dull. And then you start chasing new things. And that's not me saying that you need to, find ways to make yourself sad and depressed. But if life is not perfect right now, that's fine. All you need to do is work towards making it better. Because there's never going to be a perfect moment. There's never going to be a perfect time. You're never going to have all your ducks lined up in a row. Like, so many people wait for all their ducks to be lined up in a row before they finally start. But guess what? They're ducks, and ducks don't line up in a row. They walk around and they do S's and they move, and they don't do that. So it's never going to be perfect. And the only right time to start is right now. Because if right now is the most difficult time to start, that is the best time to start. Because that means that if you can get through it, then guess what? You just proved to yourself that you can get through anything. And that's why building a physique is so great. Is because when you build an amazing physique in the gym, you have proven to yourself that if you stick to something, you are going to accomplish it. And to build an amazing physique, all you have to do is train hard, train with intention, eat right, make sure you're sleeping enough, and don't be a dip. Can't say the S word anymore on YouTube because they'll flag this video, which is pretty sad. But, dude, just don't be dumb. You're not dumb. You might be telling yourself you're dumb. And even if you are dumb, I'm dumb too, bro. I forget what I'm saying all the time. I stumble over my words. I have a stutter. I have Tourette's. I look stupid. I have OCD and I compulsively pick at my skin all the time. It's like, I'm still out here posting the video, open to the world. Anybody can say anything about me. It really doesn't matter. Because those people are not going to be at my funeral. So why should I care? Why should I care what they have to say? And if somebody has something negative to say at my funeral, then I probably deserved it. And that's what it is. So, stop living your nightmare. Start eating right. Start doing your morning routine. Start going to the gym. Start actually enjoying yourself by working harder. It's not that difficult. And if you have any more questions, my DMs are always open. You can DM me at Kieran Gambrell on Instagram. Let's get to talking. See you at the top.